Welcome, my Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. I'm glad you're showing up. Me too. This is fun and really one of the most fun days of all of Gratitanglez month, in my opinion. Flux is such a wonderful pattern and it really takes on whatever the drawer wants it to, and it can be placed in such interesting ways. Let me show you a few examples. Oh, the first one, got itself slid off camera here, is I made this last summer when I taught shells as part of a July program going under the sea. And it's just a fun way. Flux has this curvy, raised to the sky kind of a locale in this one. Let's talk about a few others because they always take on what you and I are doing. So I did this flux with arucas. You probably recognize that from another pattern or another time. And I like how it's with poke leaf. It's very fun and it really gets a curve going, I think. So it is a great one to make like almost into a bush. I love how arucas is kind of sitting on here. But wait, there's more. Here's a different style of arucas that kind of went with what I was doing in the middle. Good contrast. This pattern is paradox, and it suits it to be in a strange shape like this. But then what's important is flux around the outside. I like this one quite a lot. I did it a long time ago. But you can see how you can just let your pen vary this according to your mood. Here's another very fun example. This is flux just kind of climbing up with a couple of other patterns that you've probably seen. The only thing I don't like about this is I did a beautiful tile in my estimation, but I didn't use grid paper. And so, you know, you just pull paper out and use it. Well, guess what? I'm not happy with the way this turned out. I am happy with the way you can make flux just kind of spin back and forth and let it evolve. And that's what this is all about. So without any more conversation about that, let's talk about, we're grateful for so many things. I know it's wonderful to be reminded on the 26th, I am grateful for small wins and calm moments of joy or reflection and gratitude. And I'm so happy that you are with me today to enjoy this conversation and fun experience together. So let's put some flux on here. In the first place, likely you have done flux. You can go to the right or the left, depending on what's comfortable for you. So all you do is you start with maybe a dot to give you an aim for, because you're going to take it wide, and back in. Seriously, this always takes on what the drawer wants it to. So just try out, back in, and tight. And then from there, there's just tons of embellishments, but this is also part. A dot or a long string that kind of has a flow to it, and then 1 or 2 or 3 dots depending on what you can fit in. One of the things that I really like to do is put flux behind something. So if I were to make, which I am for you right here, a lazy kind of these are almost C's for an example, and then I was to put flux around this or part of it, you probably can take it right up here like this. String dot dot, take another one, gonna have to go behind and come out here with a little bit of darkening. Oftentimes I see an orb behind it, and you might decide thinking about it and you're letting your pen flow, remember, in that wonderful circular motion around, tight, and dot dot dot. This is very fun. You can take it off here and add some more. You can add some more orbs in between. Let's make flux in a line. I love that too. I will give myself something to aim for here though. So you see I'm making kind of a wavy stick. And you can start again on either side. The stick is going to make itself and change itself too. Dot, dot. Come off the other direction. Dot, dot. I really like making this into something very organic, and it's one of the oldest, most organic patterns that Zentangle does. Again, I had so much fun looking through my old tiles to find some things to show you. Just because I can't help myself, you know. You might see some nuggets that are interesting to you. And I've been teaching this since 2014, so obviously I have a few tiles around. I want to put this behind. So I'm going to come along here and have one come out. Let that flow as it naturally wants to. Dot, dot. Coming here, I'm going to go behind. Look, it's going to go behind. I have to darken it where my eyeball has it going out. And then I can do more here. I can take another one here, a baby one maybe. And maybe I'll do some orbs in these spots. But do you get the idea? This is just a hoot. It is a very, very fun pattern. You can do more on the other side. I like to have it going around a circle or any number of places as kind of a fill, yes, but full fill. And as you saw on the one that I showed you, I put dots on it. You can see how you could build this out for a Christmas tree, right? That could be very fun too. So you'll see more along the way, I'm sure of it. Let's grab our circle chart, and I have a small spot here, and I do want to save my big ones if I can. And I have 2 small ones and 3 large ones. What does that say? Oh no. I absolutely am going to do serendipity here. I, as you know, love going around things, and so I want to build this around. So you see what I've kind of created there. It's a bit of it, and then I'm going to expand this out with my flux and maybe in 2. And I'll have to use the space and just have it radiate as it wants to. So I'm going to come up and back, dot, dot. This is very fun to work together. Anytime you don't feel like you have room, put an orb in there. You can take this all the way to the wall if that's what your pen wants. These inside, these interior ones, as you can see, are going to get a tiny bit smaller as I turn. Continue to turn my work. I want that to go out like that. Honestly, it's so organic, and it's going to take on what you see. Like that one, it's kind of skinny. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no way you can get Flux wrong. It's the perfect tangle. Do I want one there? Not sure. Gonna do these other ones first. Come back. I have lots of room that I made on this one side. Look, 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 I could even do 3. When you start Googling Flux, you're gonna be so whelmed, maybe not overwhelmed, but whelmed with your wonderful ideas of what you can do with this pattern. Now we have a consideration here. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to turn this wreath, which I've also made Flux into part of a wreath, but I could do more coming out on either side. I don't know that I don't like that idea. In fact, maybe I will. I see some space here. So I'm going to come along here like this and have another one come way out. That one actually even went off the paper. It went so far. See, I can spin this one up. I could spin this one down. Let's just go with what we can figure out. That one, I think I want to have one that goes kind of behind that other one here. When I run out of room, and the easiest way, I think that I will add some orbs. Maybe some of them will be black, like perfs. Small little berries, right? Zentangle is doing a little more with subtle colors now. And that makes it fun, especially at the holidays, to get your little bit of color on. And then I think I'm going to have some falling right out of here and down and surrounding this. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope you'll have fun with this idea. There is just so much fun to be had with this tangle. Let's get some shading on here. Okay, the way I would suggest you shade is definitely on the outside here. Although there isn't one more treatment I forgot to tell you about. Well, what it is this. It's an embellishment, okay? But you can come out and back around like that. I love doing that too. And you could do it on the outside or the inside. Come out, it kind of smooths out anything that you might not have been happy with. So sorry about that. I was gonna show you shading, and I will, but I'm gonna do that on these first. Oops, sorry peeps. Come on around. If I decide I want to do it on this interior one, to be consistent, I will just go on the inside and cut a little of the inside off of here. But do you see what I'm doing? I'm just hanging it out just enough and then back in so that it's kind of just a curve. And it's smoothed out that one for me. Again, you could put that embellishment on either side too. It doesn't have to just be, I am right-handed, so I wanted this to go to the right. But you could easily do that to the left. You could go ahead and now that you've done that, you look it over. You can darken a few of these. You can put some little whiskers in. Look at that, that's so cute. It's the eye candy that all of us are looking for. So I darkened a few, I put a few whiskers in a couple. Just fun. And so you can just enjoy yourself. I really like the drama though, sometimes, of darkening. And this is such a small piece. You don't even need to get your, you don't need to get your 0.5 out, I don't think, for that. So I may leave the others as they are. And go back to shading. You heard so much about it, right? Okay. I'm going to shade where these come out. So this tween area here, I'm going to lay some shading on. Just the tween area. If you have, and then I also really, on a few of them, I want to darken in this start or neck area. I don't want to do them all, just a few. Because too many, it just wouldn't look right, okay? It's too much shade. But I also think I really want this to have the appearance of laying on this paper that we have, this mini wreath that we made together. I must be thinking of Christmas. Woohoo! I bet you are too. I hope you saw yesterday's where I talked about the Zentangle book and the Zentangle primer. It's been outrageously priced, but they just got a good price going again. So I did post it. So anyway, so here I am with my blender stump. ready to switch gears and start anywhere you like. I'm going to start inside first. Doesn't matter. Start where you feel it works for you. And then where you put this little tiny bit of shading, you could smudge that a bit. You really don't want to push it out too far into this small piece because you don't want it all to turn gray. You just want to show it off. Okay, I'm going to go around the inside, and I laid a really thick band on there for a purpose, for a reason. Cute! Isn't this fun? Thank you so much for being here with you today. I hope you're enjoying Thanksgiving week and you've got some fun things on your plate, among them eating something special. Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.